Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today. We're pretty excited about the brand new online workshop booking feature called Book My Bike In. It's a feature that's been much requested by the bike shops that we talk to who are wanting to offer that convenience to their customers. It's also a pain when work is interrupted to do admin. So the phone rings, somebody's wanting to bring their bike into the workshop, which is great, but then you've got to stop what you're doing to create the workshop job, which is not ideal. It's also can be inconvenient for customers when they can only book in when the shop is open, when they can call up or actually pop into the shop. So we've created a simple solution that gives workshops flexibility and control. We know how important it is to be able to run your workshop the way you like because everybody is different. And so we've built in the flexibility and control so you can keep doing that while saving time on admin and making it easier for your customers as well. So where we're up to at the moment is we're wrapping up the first stage of internal testing. We do our best to be as thorough as possible in internal testing, but there are always unique situations that come up that we just don't come across in our office. So it's important to run a trial as part of the development process. So you might see this on a couple of sites in a few weeks' time. In order for us to be able to do that, the setup field will become available in Cloud POS in next week's release on the 11th of July. We'll take a look at those later, but I just wanted to reassure you that we know how busy workshops are and we don't want to create any extra work. This is all about saving time and cutting out admin. So we'll be working with everyone using the workshop module to complete the setup over August and September. So if you do want to do your own setup, of course you can, but there's no pressure or requirement to do anything just because the fields are available. And as I say, we'll take a look at those a little bit later on. So let's take a look at how it will work. So on your website, there'll be a page like this about your workshop. It'll have some information there, and this window so customers can begin to book their bike in online. That will take the customer through to the Book My Bike In website. So the customers can change which country they're in here. In this little bit here. So currently that's set to UK for me because I'm in the UK, but you can change it to Ireland as well. And you can enter the postcode, town or city for wherever your customer is. Next, it'll show the available workshops. So if they've come through from your website, that'll be pre-filtered to your stores. So it'll only show your shop or your stores. So I can see two stores here. If they've come through from the Book My Bike In homepage, this will show all the workshops in their local area. So top left here, we've got this option so they can search for their local workshop if they're looking for a particular one. They can look to see workshops within a particular distance, and they can change the order of the workshops, how they appear, whether that's by how far away they are or when the next available date is. And obviously, as they come through from your website, this will only show your workshop. So you've got the name of the workshop there. So I've got the Citrus Lime Ulverston store and then this fictional retailer that we've made up that we use for testing. We've got the next available date. That is configured in the workshop module. So that's something, those fields are right at the top of the workshop module, so easy for you to change depending on how busy you are. And then we've got the distance far away from you in miles. And then we've got a little bit more info so they can click to see more details on each workshop. So that brings up this box here, and this is all set up in Cloud POS, so you can amend it or edit it at any time. It's really easy. So you've got your basic store info there, and then we've got the workshop description here. So you can give customers a little bit more information about the kind of thing that you do, what's different, or why particularly they should come to you. Any extra information you might want them to know about your workshop. We've got the number of mechanics available here. And then a couple of workshop features, so things that are good to know about the workshop. So you might include things like any accreditations you've got, anything that you specialise in, maybe also a note that maybe parts aren't included in the service price, and you can set those to appear with a little cross or a little tick like this. So once the customer's chosen your workshop, they'll be able to see what services are available. Again, these are all set up in Cloud POS, and you can edit and amend them at any time. So this is to help the customer choose which service is right for them. So a lot of bike shops will have a standard 3 services available, different levels. You've got the title here, which it can be as general or as specific as you like. You've got the cost, so you might do a free assessment if you want to be able to take a look at someone's bike before you say what they need to what work needs doing on it. So we've got 3 services set up here. We've got a free assessment, a basic service, a standard service, and a stripped down service for different costs there. Then we've got an option to view more details. Again, this is set up in Cloud POS. So if we have a look at those more details, so we're looking at the basic service here. So we've got a little bit of a description there, specifically for that service, and a note to say, we'll get in touch to let you know when your bike is ready. You can put whatever you would like in there, but it's all about that information that's most useful for the customer, helping them to choose the right service for them. We've got the labour charge, again, nice and clear there. And then we've got some service features specific to this service. So you can list out all the things that are included in the service. And again, you've got the ticks and crosses there. So you might say, any replacement parts that are required, not included in the labour charge there. So it's all to help the customer know what to book. So next is the customer will choose when they're going to drop their bike off. So this is just so you know when the bike's going to be arriving into store. So we've got the dates here in this little calendar. That's based on your store opening times. And then the first available date is that's configured from the workshop module from those 2 settings that we'll have a look at in a little bit later. So for this booking, I can see the next available date for me is Saturday. That's great, 2 days time. And I can choose whether I'm going to drop it off in the morning or the afternoon. So it's not super specific. It's not kind of like, a strict appointment, but you know when that bike's going to be coming in, when it's going to be dropped off. So customer chooses when they're going to drop their bike off. And next we need to get a bit of information from them. So we've got the full name, email address, and mobile number. These top 3 are required fields. They have to be filled in. We've also got the option for a landline number and postcode. And then we've got this note section here, so we can add in a bit more detail. I've obviously filled this in, but before it's filled in, it asks for the type and model of bike and any further details that might be helpful. So here we can see we've got a live intrigue and the brakes don't work as well as they used to. We've got a little summary there as well. So we've got this, which store it is, which workshop, the service that's chosen, how much it's going to be, and when you need to drop the bike off. So we put a bike in, and that's all sorted. So we've got this confirmation page, and we get an email that's sent to the store to confirm the booking, and one that's sent to the customer as well. And that'll appear in the workshop module as an unscheduled job, which you can then schedule as you normally would. In the Cloud POS release on Monday next week, there's a new feature that sends booking reminders by email and text when a bike's booked in. So if you don't have that disabled, the customer will also get that reminder by email or text so they don't forget that they've got their bike booked in. We do have a webinar tomorrow at 11 a.m. That will go through the highlights of next week's Cloud POS release, and that'll go into a little bit more detail on that feature. So let's take a look at how that'll look in the workshop module. So here we've got the workshop calendar, and we can see on the right hand side there's our job that we created. That's come in as an unscheduled job, and we can drag that into wherever we want to put it as you normally would. We can also see at the top here we've got the next available date and the option to edit that. So there's just 2 simple settings that change this. So you've got the lead time, so that's how much notice you want for a bike being booked in. So we've got that set to 2 days. I want 2 days notice. You can change this really easily from being in the workshop calendar. So if you get booked up. If you're really busy, you can extend that, or when things calm down again, you get a bit quieter, you can bring that back down. And then we've got the number of bookings, number of online bookings that you'll accept per day. So we've got that set to 100 so that we don't miss out on any. So you can drag that unscheduled job into the calendar. You can change the time of it as you normally would. You can change how long it's set for. And this is the information that you'll see in that job. So it's already created for us. There's been no manual work so far. And we've got all the basic information, all the essential information here in this notes section. So we've got the type of service that's been booked, the service price that they've paid for it. We've got the drop-off time, so we know when that bike's going to be dropped off into the shop. It's going to be on Saturday in the morning. The customer information here, and then the customer notes as well. So we know it's a live-in trig that's coming in, and we know that the brakes need looking at. We've also got this workshop labour item added here. So that's set to the price of £50. So we've got that service charge added on there. You can add on your parts, change the time, communicate with the customer as normal, run through your normal workshop booking your normal workshop process, how you would normally manage this. But that beginning bit of creating the workshop job has just been totally cut out. That's all done for us. So that helps to save time on admin, and it helps to reduce those interruptions as well. So now we'll take a look at the setup fields in Cloud POS. So in the back office, in setup and stores, there's a tab called workshop information. So this is how it will look after Monday's update. So we've got all the information that we put in here to help the customer choose which workshop they want to look at. So we've got the number of mechanics here. And then we've got the workshop descriptions. This is your general workshop description here. With it all being in Cloud POS, it's really easy to edit and amend it anytime you'd like. And then underneath, we've got the workshop features. So these are the bits where you might include about your accreditations you've got, any training, anything, any specialties. And then we've got the is included section here, and that determines whether it's a tick or a cross. So this section is what creates this box on Book My Bike In when somebody's looking for more details on the workshop. So that's how that presents. Next, in Setup, there will be a new section called Manage Online Workshop Services. So here we can see these are all the services that we've got available. I've gone in to edit the basic service so we can see a bit more detail on that. So we've got the title. You can be as general or specific on this. So if you want to be offering, a free assessment and initial assessment, you can be as broad as that, or you can go really specific and saying you're offering, for a particular type of service, maybe for a particular type of bike. That's entirely up to you. You've got the price set there as well. Whether it's active or not, that determines whether it'll show on the Book My Bike In website. And then you've got your service description here as well. So you can add in a little bit more detail. So we've got this option about we'll let you know when your bike is fixed and ready. So setting that expectation with the customer there. On the right here, we've got the workshop service features. So these are the particular features that kind of checklist for each service. So you can change the order of those. You've got the little description here, visual inspection, full boat check and wear check, and then whether they're included or not. So this tick box determines whether it's going to show as a little tick or a little cross on those features. So we've got replacement parts not included in the price. And then at the bottom here, we've got an option to show which stores this service is going to appear for, which stores it's available at. So if you've got more than one location, but only one offers e-bike servicing, you can set it so that e-bike servicing will only show at that particular store and it won't show on the others. So it's pretty straightforward setup. We've kept it as simple as possible with the aim. So this is, and that's what these settings, the workshop service settings, they fill in this box when somebody clicks to see more details of a particular workshop service. So we've kept it as simple as possible. We're trying to make it easier for customers and easier for workshops, saving workshops time and cutting out that bit of admin and reducing those interruptions, but trying to keep it as streamlined as possible so it's nice and easy for customers. There's no barriers there, and it leaves the workshops in having that flexibility and control that we know is so important. So this feature, the online workshop booking feature, will be part of the workshop module. There's no extra charge for the functionality that I've shown you today. It's all included as part of the workshop module. The current plan is that we're aiming to launch around October time, but that is totally dependent on how testing goes over the next few months, so it might get pushed back. We'll keep you updated on progress via email. If you don't get the email updates, just let us know by emailing success@citruslime.com and we'll get that sorted. So thanks for your time today. I hope you're excited about this new feature as we are. And we'll be sending out the video recording of this webinar later on as we normally do. So if you need to share that with any other colleagues that haven't seen it, you can do. And that is all for now. I'll see you in the next one.